Hello students, welcome to ReviseU, the learning platform. In today's video lecture, we are going to talk about the oscillatory motion of dipole in the electric field. As the topic we are dealing with deals with electric fields and charges, so we are going to deal with the electric field as well as the dipole system which is placed in the electric field. Now we know that the dipole system experiences something which is known as a restoring force, known as restoring torque, right? So this restoring torque actually makes the system, the dipole system, have a motion like we talked in the previous video lecture about its rotational motion, right? So today we are going to talk about its oscillatory motion. So before starting with, we should first know what is oscillatory or oscillation, right? So we should first know what is this oscillation. So the term oscillation, right? This term actually is associated with something known as pendulum, right? Whenever we hear the term oscillation, सबसे पहले हमारे दिमाग में आता है a pendulum, right? So this is the thing that comes in our mind whenever we think about the oscillation thing, right? तो यही हमारे दिमाग में सबसे पहले आता है, right? Just for an example, let me tell you that oscillation refers to the to and fro movement of anything. You can also say this is a rhythmic, right? Rhythmic movement of the body. That is, if it is moving from left to right, it is going to move from right to left, left to right in the same manner. And when this oscillation happens multiple number of times, means when it is happening in a frequent interval of time, in a frequent period of time, what is happening is it is known as your oscillatory motion. So our dipole also in electric field, when it is placed in electric field, it experiences something known as torque, due to which we can see its oscillatory motion, that it also oscillates, right? So now let us just understand how we can derive the expression for this. So here you have what? You have the system. This system has a negative and a positive charge, right? And some force Q is experienced by it, and it is placed at some angle theta with respect to the motion of your electric field, right? This is the electric field over here. So now let's just derive the expression for it. So what we can write is that the oscillatory motion of a dipole system occurs when dipole is displaced from its position of equilibrium. So the very first point to keep in mind is that when it is displaced means हमने उसको हिला दिया, right? Displaced from equilibrium position. So we write this as something like this position, right? So whenever you disturb anything from its equilibrium position means its stable state, what happens? It tries to move again and again so that it can just come back to its original position. So this is what we are doing over here. There is some disturbance due to which it gets displaced from its equilibrium position. Therefore, then the dipole will experience a restoring torque, right? And this restoring torque, right, is given by the formula we have all studied. Torque is equal to PE sine of theta. Since we are talking about restoring torque, so it is going to have a negative sign over here. Fine. So this is the value for your torque, right? Now what we are going to do is we are going to derive the expression. So how do we derive the expression? So here we have a very small value of theta, right? This theta is very small. So when theta is small, what we can say is we can consider it to be nearly 0. Why? When theta is small, the sine of theta is going to be approximately theta, and since it's very small, so we are neglecting it. Right, we have neglected it. So now what will happen? You will be left with tau is equal to minus PE, right? This is the value. Now where this negative sign shows that the torque is acting against the increasing value of your theta, means we are talking about the tau being in the opposite direction to that of the changing or the increasing angle, right? So this negative sign shows that your torque is acting against the increasing value of your theta, right? So also we know that tau is equal to I alpha. Now you might be wondering what is I and what is alpha, right? So I over here is your moment of inertia. Whereas your alpha is your angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. So this is what you have. Now what we have is, we know the meaning of these two, right? This is our very first equation over here. This is your second equation. Can I just equate the two equations? Yes, I can, because they both are equal to the value of tau. So what I can write over here is my I into alpha is equal to my minus PE theta, right? This will be theta. Theta is very small. We cannot neglect it. It's small, but yes, we have to write it, right? So this value is this. So when I write it like this, what I can write is my alpha will be approximately minus PE by I into your theta, right? Now PE by I is known as something which is known as omega. This is your omega. Now what is omega? Let's just see. This omega over here is known as your, let's just see, omega square into theta, right? This is the expression that you have, where your omega square is given by PE by I, right? Alright, this is your angular frequency. Fine. So we have these things over here. Now the thing that comes is that alpha over here is equal to minus of theta, right? We know through this expression, we know that this alpha is actually directly proportional to the negative value of theta, right? There will be some times when your omega is 1. So at that particular time, your alpha is equal to minus theta. So what does this show? This equation over here represents that you have something known as SHM. So you might have already studied, it is known as simple harmonic motion, right? Okay. So this is a very important equation. You should know that this actually represents that your dipole movement placed in electric field actually has something known as simple harmonic motion. So in questions it can be asked that derive the expression that your dipole placed in electric field has simple harmonic motions or shows SHM, right? So when the dipole is displaced from its mean position by some small angle theta, then it will have SHM. This is what we have seen over here. So the time period of oscillation that is represented by T is known as 2 pi by omega, right? Right. So what we can write over here is that 2 pi upon your omega is what? Just substitute this value PE by I in under root, right? This is your value. So what can we write? We can write it as 2 pi I by PE. This is your value of time period when we have SHM of an electric dipole, right? So these equations are very important equations which represent that our dipole, when it is placed in electric field or displaced from its mean position or equilibrium position, it experiences an oscillatory motion, and that oscillatory motion is known as your simple harmonic motion. So I hope that this derivation is understood, right? It is clear to you. So please do comment in the chat box if you find it interesting, and if you want me to take any more topics from your class 12, please write it down in the comment box below. Thank you and have a nice day.